Hey guys, I'm Beth English. I'm the VP of membership for the MPI chapter, and I'm joined here today with Tina Gionis. She is the Director of Member Retention for the MPI Tennessee chapter, and we are here to kind of help you understand the best ways to get involved and build your business with MPI. Tina, are you so excited to share this information? Because I feel like we have been talking about these things for years, and it's about time that we got on a video call so that we could capture what we have learned over the years and share it with all of our members to help them build their businesses through MPI.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And also one of my tasks for being director of member retention is reaching out to new members. So having this resource, because we're going to upload this to YouTube, having this resource that I can refer people to how to get, the most out of their membership and just answer some key questions about, what suppliers have, I think will be really beneficial. Because isn't the majority of our chapter suppliers?
I would say it's about 60-40. Right now we
Okay.
have about 300 members, and I would say maybe like 160 of those are suppliers. So sometimes
Okay.
it's about 50-50, but the suppliers do tend to be at more of the events than planners because everyone wants to meet a planner. Am I right?
Yeah, of course. I want to meet a planner. You want to meet a planner. We all want to be planners. So yeah, this is going to be really beneficial, I think, to a lot of people.
So, one of the things that I think helps me, and this has been true from the very beginning, is when I register for an event and I go show up and I'm there face to face meeting people, I make sure that before I even get to the event, I have looked at the attendee list on the registration because then I can see everyone who is registered. And then I can identify based on their name and their title of where they work if there's someone who I could potentially do business with. And then that way I know ahead of time who I want to meet with and talk to and can be really strategic about my networking. Now, Tina, have you ever done that before?
I have. I've looked at the guest list and I've gotten an idea of who's going to be there, and so I've just kept my eye out for people to meet. But do you have any other like strategies that would streamline that process? Because
Well,
when
I
we go
think
to
that
events, the events are pretty short, right? So we have to make the most out of our time.
right. I think from the front end, I would identify who it is that I want to meet with, and then I would go into mpi.org to the membership directory, and I would look up our chapter, and I would try to find that person that I want to meet with who's going to be at the event, and I would get their email or their phone number, and I would just reach out to them real quick and just say, hey, I see that you're going to the next MPI event. I'm a new member, or I've been a member for a year, and I'm really trying to get more involved and meet more people, and I can't wait to meet you. Something short and sweet that is just going to let them know that, oh, hey, someone is excited to meet me at this next event. They're going to see your name in their inbox, they're going to recognize that, and hopefully appreciate the fact that you took that extra time to go and reach out to them. And of course, when you're there and you're networking, get all everyone's business cards, send follow-up emails the next day, and then um, let's see, I made a list.
I actually have, can I jump in and just make a
Yeah, yeah,
suggestion?
yeah.
So when
Yeah.
you're sending out that intro email before you actually meet them, I would refrain from doing any sort of like salesy things.
Yeah.
You know, if it's obvious, in your profile or your email, you know what your business is, that's great. But I would, just say that something to the effect of, I'm really looking forward to meeting you. I want to learn more about what you do, since, we're in, you can either say complementary industries or industries that can help each other type of thing, and I think
Yeah.
you always want to approach it from the standpoint of wanting to help somebody, not to sell somebody something. Because
Right. And
people automatically, I think, go on the defensive with that.
you're right because we know when we're being sold to,
Yes,
and no
exactly.
one likes that feeling.
Right.
They want to feel like we are connecting with one another.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have such a great point there. It's kind of like dating. We don't go into dating on the first date
I want to get
asking
married.
for marriage, right? We need to go into these networking events and building relationships with one another in a slow paced way over time. Like, this is not a short term game. This is a long term investment in yourself, in your business, to build these relationships across Nashville. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. I just show up everywhere and I talk to everybody and I
You're so good at
ask
that.
for help. I, email members and say, can I ask you a few questions about, how you've navigated MPI? And when you ask for help, what that does is the person who is on that receiving end of hearing that from you, it feels like, oh, this feels good. Someone's asking me for my help.
Someone
And
considers me an expert or I'm
exactly,
needed. Yeah, everybody loves
exactly.
feeling like that.
So, yeah, so the first thing is just always go to the events, show up,
Show up. Yeah. Rule number one, show up. You can't just buy a
show up.
membership and expect all this business to come to you. You have to like show up. You have to get involved. You have to go out there and meet people.
That's right. All right. And so then now if you want to take it to the next level, I would say volunteering has been the best way for me to build not just relationships, but deep, meaningful friendships. And Tina, you're the one who got me to join MPI, and you're the one who got me to join the board. And we have had so much fun over the last few years being
Absolutely.
leaders in this organization and meeting amazing people and building those close friendships with other members on the board. I love the fact that most of my best friends right now are people I've met through MPI.
That's so awesome. Because
So
we're basically
definitely volunteer.
professional. Yeah, we're basically professional, like party people. We all like to have a good time. Of course, we're putting on like, good professional events, but it's all about gathering people, right? And connecting.
Right. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are maybe say, I don't have time to join another board or one board, period, or I don't have time to chair an event. There are so many different volunteer opportunities that you could serve as simply as the helping registration at an event, and that's it. Or
Yeah,
helping be a greeter at an event, and that's
for
it.
sure.
And you could chair the gala. So that's a much bigger role. And you could run your whole committee. That's another option. But for those of you who maybe don't have a lot of time, but you still want to get involved, just connecting with the board and asking, how can I get involved and only spend maybe 1 or 2 hours a month? We can find a job for you to do. After every
Absolutely.
event, we send thank you letters to all of our sponsors, and
Yeah.
so that's an easy task that a committee member or volunteer could do. Of course, we have lots of people who show up the day of an event just to help out, make sure everything's going smoothly, whether if it's an education event and you maybe help with registration, or you're the speaker liaison, or you help AV. There's lots of different ways that you can get involved, and so getting involved though is the next step to building those relationships that are going to be lifelong and help you get those leads that you're looking for or referrals that you're looking for, because this industry is rich and meaningful and it's really small. Everyone knows everybody. And so once you start making a name for yourself in the space, then it's going to be a lot easier to be top of mind to those when they're looking for venues or looking to hire people in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you mentioned before, it's not a race, it's a marathon. It takes a while to make these relationships. You can't just join and expect to be flooded with business within a month. People want to trust you, and they
Hmm.
also want to, you know, people work with people they like. And so that's why it's so important to establish these relationships and just get people to like you, and you do that just by being the wonderful person that you are and just showing up and getting involved and reaching out for sure.
100%. All right, and then the even next level is becoming a sponsor. When you
Yeah.
become a sponsor, you position yourself and your brand as a leader in the organization. Now, Tina is a event photographer and she sponsors as an event photographer at a lot of our events. And what you'll see is her beautiful photography
Oh, thank
coming
you.
through after the events with her photo albums. I know she recently shared one on LinkedIn and her photos were fantastic and everyone loved them. I saw so many comments under that post. And doing this over time, I would say, how many events are you sponsoring as an event photographer every year?
For every year for MPI, I would say I sponsor probably 5 or 6 events. I mean, you don't
Yeah,
have to sponsor that many, but yeah.
no, but showing up and being consistent and people remember you over time.
Yeah, because I figure like one of the reasons I'm an MPI is to sell my business, right? So if I come to an event and I have my camera in my hand, people automatically know what I'm doing, you know?
Exactly.
And then I love taking photos and I'm actually quite a shy person, so it's a lot easier for me to approach someone if I'm like, "Oh, with a purpose, like, oh, can I take your photo?" And then I can start talking to them. So, I mean that there's like many reasons like why I do it, but for anyone considering sponsoring an event, it's a great opportunity for you to get your brand and your service or product in front of the people who are going to be interested in it. It's like the best advertising ever. It's like targeted marketing. It's great.
Yes, because not only do you have a presence at the event, you get your logo placement in all the registration emails and on
Yeah,
the registration page and on social media. And then those are just our in-kind sponsors. We also have cash sponsors that get their logo plastered at every single
absolutely.
event, every single email. And I think that's also a great way to go if you can afford it. But if you're just getting started, I would say try sponsoring an event. And what does that look like beyond event photographers or venues or caterers or speakers? You know, I've spoken at a lot of events as an event sponsor and I've become a leader in the organization. And so I do have the mic in my hand quite a bit more than I did when I first started. And I've been hired from members to even just help them run their whole event because I have experience as the director of education on the board that I hosted events, I emceed events, I created all the slideshows for many of the events that you see today are my slideshows from 3 years ago because I love slideshows and that's just the talent I had to bring the value to the group. But there's so many different ways. We have musicians that come in and play music. We have food vendors like mobile coffee services that come in and serve coffee. We have mixologists that come in and do classes. We have all types of vendors and suppliers to come and support these events. And one of the best ways to be seen as a leader is to start sponsoring. So,
Absolutely.
just to sum it up, attend the events, right? Do your due diligence and be strategic about your networking and do some outreach and some follow up. Then volunteer and then become a sponsor.
Yes.
And that's
Those,
just a great way to start.
yeah, it's a great way to start getting the most value out of your membership.
Mhm. And then I would say later down the road, maybe join the board or become a leader or chair an
Yeah.
event. But first,
Yeah.
just kind of get a sense of the vibe. Like, see what
Yeah.
MPI is all about. See where you best want to insert yourself. See who
Yeah.
you meet. Maybe they're a part of something else that you can then go be a part of. I know between the two of us, we have met so many people, built so many relationships, and have
Absolutely.
expanded our business through this organization. And we just want to see other suppliers doing the same thing. I know when I first joined, I had the wrong supplier mindset. I thought, oh, I'll meet a planner and then she'll hire me, right? That's how it works. It's not how it works.
Not how it works. No, it's the long game. But it's
Oh my
good.
gosh,
Then you create a network and then like one path leads to another and it's eventually it becomes a gift that keeps on giving. Do you know what I mean? When you have a community that's completely like that's always like vouching for you and singing your praises, like that just keeps paying off. And that's kind of what we're creating, a community.
definitely. We all grow faster when we're in a community doing it.
Yeah.
because we have the support of people around us, and we are meant to live and be in community with one another. And if you are in the events industry, then MPI is definitely the community that you need to be in, and the one that you need to be investing in, because this is what it is. It's an investment with your time, energy, and talents. And out of that investment, you're going to see opportunities. And if you're putting forth the effort, you're going to see the results. It may take some time, so just be patient. And if you ever have questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Tina, and we would be happy to help you. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we go?
No, I think we covered a lot today.
All right. This was great. I can't wait to do
Yeah.
it again. All right. Well, thanks you guys for watching, and we'll see you at an event.
Bye.